Lee? Are we on telly?
Yeah.
I think we're here. Are we here? Can everyone see us? I haven't got my hat on. I forgot. I've got a posh hat for tonight as well. I forgot it. Can see my bald head. I've got a very high forehead. We'll just wait for a few people to join. We'll just talk shit as we normally do for a little while.
Coming up.
Can everyone hear us okay? And can everyone see us okay? That's the main thing, I suppose, first. Oh, Hector the Mighty Hound's here.
Thank you, Hector.
Hi, Crazy Cat. Hello. Helen, how are you? Karen Keenan. Hello, darling. How are you? Lynn and Victor. And Alan Glass, I say. And Crazy Cat. Oh, yeah, Crazy. Oh, it's going to be chaos again. We just know what's going to happen. We'll start off sensible. I hope everyone's got a beer. Lynn and Victor, they're in Aussie.
Australia.
Wow. Are you allowed out yet? Nell's kissing the screen. Hector, you got to say hello to Nell. Up here, you weirdo.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, hello, Nell. Here's Hector, your boyfriend.
Oh, sorry.
He's even showing his mighty penis of doom there, isn't he?
He's now growling at himself in the window.
You can see his reflection.
It's you.
Strange dog. Lee's in charge of the chat because I've got to take my glass off. I can't blooming read. So Lee's doing the chat. So we'll wait for a couple more people to join. I've still got to see the screen, so I've got to look at my beautiful self. That's actually better because now I can put my beer here. I'll just show you tonight.
Hi, Derek and Lisa.
We're on test number 4.
Hi, Dave.
This matches someone's boat, we know, doesn't
Sarah.
it? Hey, Lee.
Pardon?
This matches someone's boat, we know, doesn't it? Yeah. My other brother from another mother.
Oh.
Elliot. And it's the same colour as their boat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I don't remember.
Well, that went down well, didn't it? I'll tell you. Hello, Derek and Lisa.
There's so many names coming up. I've lost where I am already.
You can't get fitter than a quick fit fitter. If you're Norwegian, you'll know what that means. It's not clean. Should we answer a couple of the questions first? We're right at the start because they're obviously here.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, Lynn and Victor asked, how did you two meet and how many children do you have? Well, we met at infant school.
We weren't doing anything then. We played Kiss Chase.
Then, we went to the same infant school and junior school, but not the same high school.
Yeah, she weren't allowed to go to the high school I went because her parents were posh. And our school was only like 200 yards from her house, Rotherham High School. But she wasn't allowed to go there because there was ruffians like me there. And she had to get a bus and everything to go to Stockwood. Was it Stockwood or Ecknield? That's even further away. That's Leagrave.
Over the other side of town.
It's all too much, I'll tell you.
Yeah, so we met again when Paul was in a band. And my friend was going out with the fella that he was in the band with. So she said,
yeah, but you didn't know I was there, did you?
No, I know, I didn't know it was you. And she said, oh, you'll have to come with us and, see them or whatever, blah, blah. And then I thought, I recognise him from somewhere. And then we realised who it was. And so there we go. And they say the rest, what is it? And as they say, the rest
was a disaster.
Only 30 years ago, that was.
Jesus, I'd be out of prison for murder by now, wouldn't I? I know. And how many children you got, Lee? Lee's got 43 and I've got 1.
I've got 2 children and Paul has 1. But not 3 altogether. We have 1 together. I have a son from my first marriage. And then when Paul and I got together, we had Emma. And then we got married afterwards. Yeah, so Luke is 32 and Emma will be 28 in a couple of weeks. And we have 5 grandchildren. Well, 2 kind of step grandchildren, if that's a word. Because my son has 2 stepchildren and 2 children of his own, a girl and a boy. And then our daughter has a boy, Connor, which I'm sure you've all seen.
We might have Liliana up here soon. That'll be interesting. She's a proper madam, let me tell you. A proper one. And she talks in an American accent. I think she's been on the vlog a little bit before, but she's going to be up here for the weekend, I presume. Well, we haven't been asked yet. It sounds like we're going to be because we're the last resort. We did have a couple of other questions there, didn't we?
Did we? Oh, let's have a look. I don't think so.
Oh, I did that from Karen.
Yeah.
Well,
No, you had questions before.
Yeah, you've had your little kiss off Hector, or Nell has. What else did she say? Will we ever go continuously cruising, or will we do part-time cruising? Well, we do part-time cruising.
You said do.
We do part-time cruising. It's just obviously with the back deck.
Corner and back.
Around the corner and back. The furthest we've been is either Coventry or Leighton Buzzard. Going to Leighton Buzzard and back, which is what, a whole from here. I suppose in a car it'd take you an hour. It took us 3 weeks to get there and back.
It takes us 5 days to get to Leighton Buzzard.
Well, it would do if we didn't keep stopping. Well, the thing is with us, we're really, really lazy boaters. It's not that we don't like being out. We love being out. It's amazing. But if we find somewhere that we just like, even if we've only been cruising for half hour, well, that's it. We pull it in. We're going to stop and we're going to have a dilly-dilly. And we might stay there for a day or two. And then we'll just mosey on. And that's why we give ourselves enough time to kind of do a cruise. You know, some people would do it in 4 days, I suppose, that cruise, if they really wanted to. But no, we took 3 weeks. It was absolutely splendid. And we've been up to Coventry, been to base, and we haven't been much further than that, really. I think we might do that one again next. I'm not sure. So, yeah, so continuously cruising, probably not. Certainly not at the moment, because we're not in that position. I could. I'm not sure I'd want to be honest with you. But I could, because I can work directly from the boat. As long as I got an internet connection and the Koreans, I'm all right. But obviously Lee needs to go and service her clients, so to speak. So so it'd be a long way to go from Coventry to Dunstable every day. Leave me on the boat festering, as I normally do. So yeah, so perhaps not now. And then she also asked, what do we actually use to film our vlogs? Well, at the moment, the camera we're using to film this is an Insta360 1R with a 4K mod. So that's just the camera I tend to use in here in the crotch. So when you see me talking to the camera in the crotch, this direction, that's what I'm using. But the main camera we use is one of these. This is just a little Osmo Action. We've got a little light on the top of it. And we've got a couple of these. So Lee takes one off, I have one. And these are the ones where you see us wandering around most of the time. All the lovely stuff we do, or the B-roll as they call it. Originally it was my Canon D50, which is just a little baby Canon with a nice lens though. But now obviously we use a cinema camera, Blackmagic cinema camera 6K Pro thing.
I'm just reading.
So
that's what I'm
so there's it. So I've done my questions and answers. Right now is it more beer o'clock? We're going to make you a gin in a little while, by the way. You can't drink it, but I am going to make some gin. I'm not going to make the gin, but I'm going to make the gin.
Oh, Nell the dog is she's snotting the screen. Why didn't Lee leg it when you met, and how the hell did you manage to read?
She stalked me. She followed me round the Arndale Centre, I tell you. And my mum was there. She said, who's that girl following us? I said, I don't know.
I obviously need to up my...
And I must have been...
whatever. What is it?
The
covert.
The lasting vision in my head from that day, which is really funny. Lee had the most horrific glasses on. And they would react to light rapids. You know, the ones that go dark and light, like normal glasses go dark and light. And she's like, it looks like a 70-year-old. And she was only 12. I tell you. How old were you? 20 odd? 20-something?
21.
There you go. See, I remember that. I'll tell you. What else we got?
Why not get a trade boat and become hairdressers on the cup? I haven't got room to do hairdressing here. When I cut Paul's hair last night, that was a nightmare. He had to turn around, stand up, turn around, stand up, turn around.
It's also, for me personally, if we had a really big boat or a butty, I'd consider that, probably a butty. But if we had, say, because our ideal boat size really would probably be another 10 foot on this. So we're on a 45 footer at the moment, which is quite small, but it's big enough, believe it or not. But an extra 10 feet would be splendid. And you've also got to remember that once you start going bigger and bigger and bigger, your canal licenses more, your moorings cost more, and all that sort of stuff. So 55 foot would be good, but I wouldn't really want a room in that turned into a hair salon and having people come aboard our boat all the time. Because then to me, that no longer feels like it's your home. It feels like it's your workplace. So, and the reason we kind of moved on a boat in the first place was to get away from all that shit. I've pretty much always worked from home, or not, you know, I've had my own companies most of the time, or been a director of companies. So I've always been free to come and go as I please. And I need that because I'm a weirdo, aren't I? Could you imagine me actually trying to work for someone? Well, I'd be sacked in minutes, wouldn't I? I'm an opinionated old git. So I kind of have to be my own boss. But I'm bloody good at what I do. Don't get me wrong. I am bloody good at what I do with the design and stuff, even though I blow my own trumpet there. And I have got a trumpet, by the way. It's in storage at the moment. And I've got a cornet.
Yeah.
I've got a trumpet and a cornet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I might have to get that out one day. And the cornet.
At your mum's. I don't know if it's in.
Have we got any ice cream for it, Lee? I haven't seen any of the questions. Hello, old hobbit. How you doing?
Oh, hello.
What else we got? Come on, Lee. Keep up.
Sorry. That didn't take long, Paul. Oh, you've obviously said something naughty.
Did I say something naughty already?
I don't know.
Oh, blow my bollocks off.
Evening, Liam Paul from Steve.
Hi, Steve Hall. How you doing, fella? I love all you people talking to us on YouTube. It's really nice. I tell you what, that's one of the things that makes it all worth it for me. It really is. Don't matter how much time it takes, or how much effort has to go into it. It's your comments, and I'm not shitting you. It's your comments and the interaction and the little community we've kind of grown, which I love. And also, again, on the MeWe group, I love it that there's so many people getting involved. And then that's been a great week on there, actually. We've had all the, like I say, I think we saw it in the last vlog, people posting up their old photos of themselves, which is hilarious. There's been some disturbing things in the chat, not disturbing with each other, but some revelations about what's going on in the world. And it seems it's just a nice conversation and nothing nasty. We had a little bit of a tension a few weeks ago, well, a month or so ago, but that was soon nipped in the bud because we all know each other. So, it's kind of nice.
What are you doing, weirdo?
Yeah, so I like it that people are posting more stuff. And Mr. Stouty McGrotty, it's funny, I always have to say that Scottish, Mate, you're talented, I tell you. We didn't realise how talented people are. You do some nice artwork, fella. And I love that the cutting out sign of on your bike, the Stoat stuff. I mean, that's phenomenal. You haven't seen it, have you? No. I don't suppose. But no, that's phenomenal. We need to see some of that. Maybe we should have you as a special feature on our video. That'd be cool to show what other people do. Yes, and indeed. Talking of that, I spoke to Steve Jarvis last night. You might remember him. He was our beer fairy, top bloke. And he was saying that he wouldn't mind doing a few little outside broadcasts for our vlog. So that might be quite nice.
Excellent.
So they're not too far from us. They're only about, I don't know, in the car 10, 15 minutes away, I suppose. Maybe a little bit more. No, probably half hour, I suppose, in the car, 'cause it's an awkward journey. But they're only up at the start of the Leicester Arm. So we can quite easily get together and do something stupid, because he's a nutter as well. So we can have quite a laugh. So yeah, so things are sort of happening.
Excellent. Evening, Beth. Buccaneer Beth.
Buccaneer Beth, what a fabulous name.
Hiya, Anfield Road. Lee sounds the more posh side of the relationship, says Webpig John.
Well, one can speak.
I'm the posh side.
One can speak sensibly if one washes.
Washes?
I don't wash.
You don't wash very often.
It's quite funny because I work quite closely with a bloke called Mark, and I've known him for many, many years. And he talks pretty much like me. He's quite common, isn't he? I call him a pikey anyway. He's a gypsy, isn't he? He's got, well, I wouldn't say he's got loads of money, but let's say he's comfortable. He's got a Porsche and stuff. I think he's been mentioned, or you might have seen him in a vlog before. But he's a proper scallywag. He really is. It's quite funny because we used to go down to London quite a lot for meetings. And also we used to go to Germany for Texas Instruments. We had to have meetings there. And it's funny how, and it was Lee Log, not this Lee, another bloke called Lee, who again, like us. And it was amazing how our voices changed when we was in meetings with the top knobs at creative briefings at Texas Instruments, or going to see new clients. It was very bizarre. Yeah, I couldn't act like a twat then. Mark did. Mark was terrible. I could tell you some stories about that bloke, which, well, we might get told off of YouTube for that.
This is a family
I'll tell you what, but let's just say Willie out, glass, elevator, and a McDonald's. Not right.
Hi, Chucky Sprinkles.
Hi, Andrea. We're missing you. You should be here.
Oh, I've lost the
What have you lost?
Oh no, I went to. I hope everyone knows what Lee does for a living. Yeah, I'm a hairdresser. Look.
No, I haven't.
I'm a decorating hairdresser. Decorating, knitting hairdresser. I haven't been decorating this week though. So
you haven't, have you?
I've had a few days off. I'm waiting for a carpenter to do some bits. and then I will go in next week and finish my decorating. So, I was your 1000th subscriber.
Oh, well.
So I'm responsible for this.
Who's that? I can't see it. Where you need the point.
I know, yeah, sorry. Gray's
Don't touch my screen.
Oh, I wasn't touching it.
I've got a bad thing about people touching computer screens. It's like OCD.
He was sent by Captain Gary.
Ah.
Sorry, Lloyd. You don't have to be sorry. Welcome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, we like doing the live stuff. We do kind of need other people to be involved in it, though, because it's that sort of thing. Because I could talk shit for England. But I'm sure you get sick and deaf of me talking bollocks all night.
Hi, Tony and Stacey.
Stacey, where are you now? No, that's Tracy.
Narrowboat, Kitty Fish. Ha, stalker. Yes, it has been known. I'm an investigator, not a stalker.
Rolf Harris. Has anyone done any burp speaking yet? Has anyone seen the vlog today? You've got to try burp speaking. Honestly, it's a fun game all the family can play. I'm just going to turn the white lights on.
Said, got here by mistake, looking for Colin and Sean.
Well, I'll be whoever you want me to be.
Oh dear. Hi, Leslie. Sorry I'm late, she said. Been fighting with the internet. I know. Technology is great when it works, isn't it? So
see, that's something else we're trying to work out, doing a live, because we see other people do lives with other people that aren't there, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, 'cause it's such a crappy internet connection, having an internet connection coming in with someone on their phone to then broadcast on here for us going out and then us to get it back to watch it and get the messages, I'm not sure it'll actually work. We will try it. I might even try that in the week. So if you get a stupid notification of me looking like a nutter, half naked, don't watch it. It's just me messing around with yourself.
From North Dakota.
I love it that there's people all over the world.
Afternoon to you. Hi, Ben.
I need another beer, Lee. Shall I get the gin?
Yeah, go on then.
Now you have to explain how this is made then while I'm gone.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes, you do. Oh. No, hold on. I'm going. See you in a minute. I'll be back and you can have a little taste if you want. I'll put the straw up.
He has gin, lime tonic, elderflower cordial, a slice of cucumber, which we keep in the freezer, and lemon or lime, which we keep in the freezer as well. We'll cut it up in a bag and put it in the freezer. And then at least it should drink cool and it keeps, you know. So there you go. Huh? In the bottle thingy. Next to the fridge. Well, it depends which one you want. He can't see anything because it's not waving up and down in front of him. So is Stotey Scottish? I assumed he was. We're not sure. We'll have to find that out. Hiya, Eva. Hello from NC in the US. Oh, Hector, stop moving. Paul, have you got any plans to get the band back together? No, I don't think he has. They did do a gig. Oh gosh, I don't know how many years that was. They kind of got together a bit, but just for one gig locally. Well, locally to where Kev lives. No, Kev's got a proper job as well. So it's you know, years ago when we were young and free and whatever, they just did the band work, and so we'd get up at like stupid o'clock in the morning, well, like 11, go to the pub for breakfast. Then he'd go playing in the afternoon, evening, and yeah. So, but then they both grew up and got proper jobs, and so yeah, and they're too old, I think. Well, I think Kev still plays. He just goes out on his own, just in a band, you know, with some sort of backing tracks and whatever. So, yeah, I don't think Paul's got any plans to do it. He likes doing his bits, you know, and bobs for himself. But right, let's have a look. Any more questions or anything? Ooh, I love the crafts you do. I do wood burning, and I did one of a friend's boat. Yeah, I'd like to have a go at the wood burning thing. So, but I just think, well, I've got my loom that I've not actually even used. It's still in the box, still under the bed. So I just can't do any more. I need to sort of do what I'm doing. I'm making some bits for a new baby that's due in January. So I've got a blanket and a couple of cardies on the go. So I can't be doing anything else. I was looking at wool today, but I don't need any more. I just, want more. So I can hear him clattering about in the back there. So get the band back together and we could have Hannah Fest. Oh yeah, that would be brilliant. So hi Michelle, it says we are late on parade. That's okay. Join us when you can. Oh, bless. I don't know if you both realise how you kept our spirits up over the last few months. So that's fabulous. You've kept our spirits up as well by, having a laugh with us all and, sending us lovely messages and whatever. So, hi Yvonne. Hi everyone. She says, thank you for making her laugh and she loves Paul's rants. So. Oh dear. Oh, Lynn and Victor says yes, Rolf Harris lol. So I'm assuming, I don't know whether they've been practicing their burp speak because that was Paul's burp speak. I don't know if that's another story. My dad could burp speak. Excellent. You have to start with something easy like easier, whatever, because it's most burps come out or ah.
You know when you're a professional, when you can do this. Ready? Let's see if I might have to have a quick slurp first to get a burp ready. So here's our gin, look. Look at this.
Very nice. Oh.
Rhododendron. See, when you can do rhododendron as a burp speak, then you know you're doing well.
My favourite so far, all-time favourite, was boiling the bag haddock. You just think, where did that come from?
A weird mind, that's where that come from.
Oh dear.
So what have I missed? I need my nice hat.
Oh God. Oh, Karen's been to buy a cross stitch today, but don't tell anyone. And ruined my rocker persona. Oh dear. Oh, good fire door maintenance. Yes, thank you. Yes, that was a joint effort. Yes.
I got my posh hat on.
Oh, yes.
I got this in part exchange for doing some product photography, believe it or not.
Paul Burt, Esther Ransom.
Esther Ransom. Aaron Tollive. If there's any Irish here, I know that.
Get you two with your posh gins. Oh, yes.
I know, I tell you.
Stainless steel straws.
I told you we can be posh. And our plastic ice cubes.
Oh, and we've got whiskey stones and plastic ice cubes.
Now, let me tell you, if you live aboard a boat, they're the best things ever. Plastic ice cubes, aren't they? They honestly are. I think they've got antifreeze in them or something. No, they haven't got antifreeze in them because they wouldn't freeze, would they, you weirdo? And the metal aluminium-y ones, they're fantastic.
You're my Lady Di look like.
You do look a bit like Lady Di. She also, when she laughs, she looks like Penelope Keith. She does, next time the old nostrils go up, she does a Penelope Keith.
I did have my hair cut like Lady Di. I had my hair down. My hair was long. And when I was like 11.
Who's texting us?
When Lady Diana came around, and I let my sister have her haircut first to see what that looked like. So then I had mine done the same. But then because my hair is so fine and flat, I just look like a boy. What's that?
This Lisa and Sarah are snuggled up aboard the snug one, watching us live. That's Lisa
and Sarah?
Lisa and Derek. Sorry, I get overexcited sometimes. I'll tell you, it's all too much. Bless
Paul
him.
is being a typical man. You're going to have to help him.
With what?
Oh, Alice! Hello, Alice!
Who the fuck? Pardon?
My lovely Alice.
Hello, Alice.
Hector is so cute.
Who's your Alice?
She used to work for us.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Do you remember when you used to have a job?
I've still got a job.
I think you just go off chatting to people.
You're never too old to rock and roll. Oh, hey, oh, hi, Tay. Hi, Tay from Mississippi.
MISSISSIPI. That's how you count seconds, isn't it? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi.
Yeah, but you could say Mississippi really fast or Mississippi really slow. I've got a really
Don't be so pedantic.
How are the cold feet?
Weird. I got me sexy underwear on, right? The old compression socks on. And it actually made a big difference. And it really did. I stopped forgetting about them. Or it might have been the 8 lagers, I'm not sure. But anyway, I digress. But then today I had them on again. And they were just so itchy. So my legs just felt weird. So I took them off again. So there's something not right. But I don't know what it is. But we'll see. I'm having my Doppler test or whatever it is soon. That's a funny name.
See if you've got a heartbeat. See if you've got a heart.
I'll tell you. I don't think it's anything that I'm going to be that worried about. My legs ache a little bit. But who knows? More drugs.
Oh, we're watching it in the car as we haven't made it home in time. Bless you, Michelle. Has Paul got whiskey stones? Yes, we have got whiskey stones. They're the silvery ones. Shall I put my finger in there?
Well, it's yours. I don't care.
Jesus.
Well, he's putting a finger in her own.
Yeah, whiskey stones. We've got stainless steel ones.
Yeah, I love them. When you run out of beer and you have to get some quickly from Tesco's or Asda or other supermarkets maybe available, and it's not quite cold, you get your pint glass and you stick 4 of them stones in the bottom, and it's cold within 10 minutes. They're absolutely splendid. Best ever invention ever on a boat. It's my favourite gadget on a boat. If there's a gadget.
Someone's asking about your hat. It is Irish. Somebody said, was it Irish? That hat looks Irish. Where did you get it? It does say made in Ireland. John Hanley & Co. Limited. But yeah, he got it from St Albans. He did a photo shoot for a shop there.
And I liked it.
He was taking a photograph in that hat, amongst others, and then said, oh, I like this hat. So they gave it to him as part payment.
There's a really nice pocket watch there as well, but it was £3,000. So they didn't give me that. Tight buggers. I do like watches and clocks and stuff, by the way, as well. How many watches have I got? I must have 50 or so. But
not quite. I
don't have all posh ones. I buy ones that are unusual, as well as a couple of posh ones. I got a nice Raymond Veal 24 karat gold on them. Or was it 18 karat gold? I don't know. It's a bit girly. I actually like the watch I've got on. This is my favourite one. It's just a rotary watch. I mean, it's not really cheap. Sorry, I just boring you with watches now, but I do love watches. Look at this.
Sorry, I just read what Fiona said. Fiona said, evening both. I'm now listening to bloody Esther Ranson, Rhododendron, Jimmy Savile, Bobby Brown, and Mickey Mouse, and God knows what else. Thank God he can't fart speak. I'm assuming Elle's practicing. Well done.
But what can I do with farts, Lee?
Oh, God.
I've actually managed to do 2 lots of that in a row. That's my record. And I've actually also done a 22-second pump. I time them when I know they're going. The thing is, she makes me laugh, and then they go at the end, and I think I could have got another 3 seconds out of that.
Oh, dear. Hi, Cuba. You made it. Oh.
I do like pumping.
Knowing Paul, he probably could fart talk. He talks shit.
I knew something was going to come from that. I've got verbal diarrhea.
Hope your 22-second fart didn't have lumps.
No lumps in me trunks.
How did we lower to this standard?
It always happens.
How very dare
Mind you, the underpants were like the M1. Skid marks all over them.
That's grim.
I'll tell you, it doesn't take long, does it? We've had 1 beer and a gin. Lee's had a couple of wines, by the way. She's been the one drinking today, not me.
I didn't have a drink yesterday. I'm catching up.
That is a really lovely gin. So what else we got, Lee, darling? Does anyone want to ask any weird questions?
Any weird questions? I'm
So
scared.
I can't
I'm
even
scared
read it.
of weird questions.
Oh yeah. And Derek, not what you're thinking if you're watching.
It says, I recall you putting Hannah's name on the side of the boat. Might you consider this for a business?
It's we can only do it fairly small because we've only got this. What we use is it's called a cricket maker something. So I can cut it out on there, but really not worth the effort, to be honest with you. I can get full boat sign vinyl for 30 quid a side anyway. So could you if you look enough online. The vinyl cut stuff is good. Obviously, you've got to get your artwork. That's where the money in it for me is. So I could easily, if you wanted a boat name, I could do the artwork for it, and I could then put it on to the people, the big vinyl cutters. It's just cheaper and easier to let them do that rather than try. Because that little sign on the back was on the back doors was 2 separate ones that I did. But the one if you see us repainting the boat, the one that Lee put on, that was done properly printed. So that was done by a friend of mine. And I think he actually could give us both sides for about 45 quid. But I think the retail is about 30, 35 quid plus that. And obviously plus your artwork, they don't do the artwork for you. And that's probably the hardest part, to be honest. So, yeah. But it is good. And of course, when you repaint your boat, you just need new vinyl, so you don't have to have it re-sign written again. And ours has still lasted perfectly.
Well,
nothing wrong with it. It's been
No,
on here,
that's
what, 4 or
fine,
5 years? And it's perfect.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's been now, but yeah, that's been really
No,
good.
it's lasted well. It hasn't faded. It's quite surprising,
No.
really, how good they are.
Do you get upset if your clothes aren't hung up with?
Don't even
What am I
iron them.
looking at?
Lee, that's the sign moaned at me yesterday in
All
the
right.
vlog for.
No, wow.
And I haven't done
Oh,
anything.
look at it. Oh, it keeps falling. We're not that OCD, or are we? No, I don't think so.
I can be OCD on certain things. I'm dreadful with screen fingerprints and stuff. I don't know how I survived with an iPhone and an iPad. I do remember once, because I don't know whether you heard me earlier telling Lee not to touch the screen. I just started at this place. I actually became a director in the end, but I was starting this place, and a guy, I was doing some artwork, and the guy, I had my computer with me, and he touched my laptop screen. And I couldn't help myself. Don't touch my screen. And he looked at me, and he thought I was joking. And he said, "Are you actually serious?" I said, "Yeah, why do you want to touch my effing screen? I can see what you're pointing at. You don't have to leave a fingerprint on it." So yeah, that's my OCD. I can be a bit funny with washing hands. Washing everything else now, not bothered about that. But I clean my iPhone twice a day at least. And I'm not joking, am I, Lee? I do.
No, he tells me off.
I clean hers as well. And her iPad.
Serious question. Money, no object. Or would you fancy getting a pram cover for the stern? It's pricey, but the extra room
Definitely.
it gives, is lovely. Yes.
But we could build it ourselves. We did the cratch here. Yeah, but we could. I did all the woodwork here. Me and Mark could do the metal work on the back. I know it's a pain in the arse. And then
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Well, you can pay for it then.
This was hard enough.
I know
this
it was
took
hard.
me 3 weeks to do.
Well, it took me that to make the cratch board, but it looks awesome.
So, to do a
Paris.
bit of tidying, really.
Yeah, again, this has been on there for 5 odd years, hasn't it? Yeah, it needs
needs a clean.
It could do with the glass, not the glass.
The glass.
This could do with replacing. What's that called? The plastic on the sides. That does tend to go misty after a while.
I did get it out of storage. It's in my car, and it's been there for weeks because it rained.
It kind of got to a point this winter where we thought, right, we've done enough. Obviously, with everything that's going on, we have to be careful. I know that sounds a bit weird, but we do have to be a little bit careful about spending everything we've got left. Because when we got locked down, we spent all our savings pretty much. So we got left with almost nothing. Obviously, she lost her business. I lost mine. So we survived on savings. And now we haven't got that much left there anymore. We don't want to use that last few grand we got sitting there on things on the boat in case we go to lockdown and we just have to survive again. Because I still have a funny feeling something else is going to happen. So we wait till after this is over, and then if we've got anything left, then we shall splurge, won't we? That's why we did the back deck, when we could have thought, right, let's get that done. And my dad gave us a lot of the money for that. So that was lovely. And that's made a massive difference to the back. Obviously, we only had it for the end of summer. But it's been lovely out there, sitting out there with the table on there and the chairs, and just sitting out watching the sun go down. And that's part of the lovely thing about being on a boat. It's not sitting in here all the time. It's that we can just sit out on the back, sit out here in the cratch, watch the whale go by, have the fire lit when we want to, Although we haven't lit that yet this year, have we?
Well, yeah, I mean, as long as it's not
nice.
blowing a hoolie outside, I would be quite happy sitting outside. I knit outside in the cold weather. I'll have my gloves on and be knitting out there. I just like the fresh air and being outside, So that's why we kind of did this. So, Moa Racing says, I need a live at a time. I can have a drink, but then could you do one in the AM sober? So, yeah.
No, I can get drunk at the AM if you want.
Are, so you're obviously, time difference with us. So,
New Zealand, aren't you, mate?
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember.
See, we could do one. We'd have to work it out. We could do an early morning one. We could still have a drink. We just go to bed early the night before and then pretend it's night in the morning.
Has your boat always been named Hannah? Yes, we bought her as Hannah and we kept it
as Hannah.
We just kept it as Hannah. So
we almost bought a boat. Well, we saw a boat called Emma, didn't we? Because that's our daughter's name, and I was going to go for that. That was 70 bloody foot though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was shit, to be honest with you. But 70 foot's too big for us. So I think at the time we made the right choice because we never envisaged living on it to start off with. That day we went and bought Hannah was an extended holiday boat for us. So we could go away for a month here and there. And like I say, I could still work, so not so much of a problem. And then, so we fitted everything in here quite well, to be honest with you. You'd be quite surprised. The storage on this boat, when we bought it, was actually quite good. I know we've got a high bed. But that means a lot of storage. There's all storage underneath the seats here. Obviously, we've made a roof box, which needs rebuilding again. But again, we just wait till, I'm doing that out of aluminium next, so I've got that all sorted. But again, it's not worth doing it now. We're at that point of the year where I might as well just let it rot now and wait till the weather breaks, and then we do the last few things. Obviously, we need to paint the roof and make the top box and a couple of other little bits and bobs. All our prepping stuff underneath near the engine. And a few other little things like that, really. So, but like I say, this has to be after winter now because, like I said before, about worrying about money and income if everything goes wrong again, and also because we're at that point in the year, it's too cold to be doing anything.
Weather and all the trees. Obviously, the trees are shedding now, so there's just leaves everywhere. So we just, you'll want to see the state of the lovely green outside.
So we do have a lovely spot.
But then the leaves are there and all the branches where the tree, where we've had such high branches, where the tree, where we've had such high winds, that's so I keep, when I walk out there in the dark, I forget and nearly trip over. So. And Michael says my OCD is twisted telephone cords. I have to untwist them.
Mine is a shower. When Lee's had a shower and I look and the shower's round a couple of times, the lead, I can't cope with it. I have to take it off and I have to let it untwist.
I don't move it, so I don't know why.
Well, it does. You obviously do something. She does something. Because I always untwist
my hairdryer, obviously, because when I put it in my bag, when I had the salon, it just hung and the lead was hanging. I have to wrap it up and put it in the bag. But then when I unwrap it, sometimes it twists. So then the leads get short and short. So then I dangle it in somebody's house and then let it untangle like that. So.
It's too bloody hot in here now. I'll have to take my hat back off.
I did open my flappage here.
Yeah, I'll say. I'm going to open my flap.
Oh, Christmas festival in Leighton Buzzard last weekend in November. Will we see you there?
Could do. Sounds all right to me.
Yeah,
I don't have to show me papers, do I? Yeah,
where are we? Beginning of November. So, we'll have to have a look at that. So, what did you do to your yogurt pot, Lee? Oh, has somebody been telling tales?
She blew it up. She did. She blew the bloody thing up.
We hadn't used it for a while.
Don't be using excuses.
And I was going out for a weekend with the girls. So I thought, yes, I can do this. And so I went up there. And so I went to start the engine. I pulled did we have a choke on it?
Yeah, I told her don't leave the choke out, by the way.
It was like an
old... That needs to be said.
It was a
Ford Anglia engine.
Ford Cortina.
No, Anglia. Ford Anglia marinised engine. Yes, it was. It's my boat. I know what it bloody well was. It was an Anglia. I remember buying the parts for it.
It was a water motor engine. So anyway, I tried it, started it, wouldn't start. Wouldn't start.
Flooded it.
And then it just went boom. it flashed fire. Came up.
It wasn't her fault, to be fair. It had a
slight leak, which we obviously didn't know about.
Yeah, but then by keep starting it with the choke full out, made the problem worse.
And then where the gear sort of, because did we just have to slide it back to put it into gear or something? Because it was just like in a slidey thing. So obviously the slit where it was there, the flames come up through there. So I lost my fringe, eyebrows, eyelashes.
Did you end up in the water as well?
No.
One of you did, didn't you?
No.
Didn't you?
No. Or the hairs on my legs. I was burnt from my ankles to my knickers.
Yeah, that back seating area, because it was like a C-shaped back on there.
Yeah.
And that actually acted as a firebox, so they blew off. So that stopped the boat actually getting destroyed. Because the boat wasn't destroyed. It was fine. It was obviously we needed to do engine work, and it's me and Mark did all the engine work on it and got it going again. But then Lee didn't really have the confidence in the boat anymore, so we sold it. That's the truth of it, really, because we went out on it once.
Somebody came along and was hosing our legs down, bless him. And Kath, who I was with, she'd been on holiday, so she was really tanned. And he kept saying, "It's all right, love. It's only your tights. It's only your tights." And she said, "I haven't got tights on." So it was obviously her skin that was coming off.
Grim.
So yeah, so we were taken to Northampton General Hospital, and then we had our beauty therapist with us. So there was Kath and I and our beauty therapist. It was the three of us that started the salon, and she wasn't hurt, thankfully. She was the young, gorgeous one, so thankfully she was.
A bit like myself.
And because we were like high on gas and air.
I thought they was doing drugs. That's why they blew the bloody boat up.
We were in adjacent beds, and I remember going, "Open the curtain, open the curtain," although I wanted to see Kath. And then she said, "Now, are you allergic to anything?" And we both went, "Perms."
What?
I know. It was obviously the gas and air. But yeah, we were fine after about 3 weeks of going to the hospital every couple of days.
Day, I was actually in the garage. I had a nice little woodwork shop in the garage, and I was actually making a new gangplank for her. And I used to be into South Park at that time, and I was drawing the South Park figures on it and painting them. And Lee phoned, and she was crying that she had destroyed the boat, not that she was hurt and burnt. And I actually felt really bad that she was more concerned about the boat and worried I was going to go off on one. Well, I don't know that she's really worried that I was going, but that's what it felt like. I thought, does she honestly think that I give a shit about the boat? Because obviously I didn't give a shit about it. If she blows this one up, then she's out. Proper out. She's out.
Oh dear.
She is very clumsy, by the way. We had this conversation earlier.
Yeah, I knocked something over or whatever and caught something. And my mum used to still calls me Calamity Jane. So, and I love that film.
Yeah.
So,
Is that you watch Seven Brides for Seven Sisters? She watches some shit.
No,
she's watched Four Weddings and a Funeral 609 times.
No, it's only 608.
It's a load of bollocks.
Oh dear.
I'm still waiting for some burp speak videos on our MeWe group. Come on, that would I'll tell you a little bit of weird come out if someone posted that. It really would. And that is the one poor thing about MeWe I've noticed is you can't steal the videos off it. So if you did post it on me, I've got turning that one off.
Oh.
If you did post it on MeWe, I can't grab it off and put it in the vlog. But you could MeWe it, not MeWe it. WeTransfer. Does anyone know about WeTransfer? I'm not talking about transferring your Wii. It's a site called WeTransfer, and you can transfer any size files. So you could send your video files via MeWe to Let's Talk at Narrowboat.co.uk. Then I'd get them, and then I'd put them in the vlog. That'd be awesome. Come on, I need to hear you saying bollocks. But speak bollocks. That's your challenge for the next week. Come on, Elliot. I know you can do it, fella.
Oh, dear. Oh, Lynn and Victor, I need to fly. You all have a wonderful night. It's time for me to start my day. Oh, have a good day. Thank you for joining us.
Is someone giving us money?
Well, look, Floating Freedom has just put, I'm going to put this out there. Would everyone in there be willing to chip in for a pram cover to help these two lovely people to get that pram? We will chip in.
Oh,
No, that's oh, that's so lovely, but that's so naughty as well.
you lot flabbergasted sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I actually do feel a little bit like crying because you are so kind, honestly, and all we do is act like twats all the time. We do this for fun, and we just love the community. We honestly do, and we love it that we're not normal, and we love it that most of you ain't normal either. You're all awesome, honestly. I don't really understand how this works, to be honest with you, but
I think your mooring is probably best on the marina from a minute's piece. Yeah, hi from around the corner.
We're so lucky.
We are. We really lucked out on this one. We've probably, I think we said before that we were only supposed to be here temporarily, and it was still available when we came back here after being away for a couple of weeks, and then we've been here for 10 years. They can't get rid of us.
No, and that's the other thing when it's that question of would we consider going continuously cruising or maybe extended cruising. You know what? If we did, I still don't think I'd want to give up the mooring. I think if we could afford it, we'd still pay the mooring fees here to keep our home berth because it is such a good berth. I mean, it's worth more than the money, if you understand what I mean.
We're okay berths.
Oh, should we talk about your Emma? I was trying for it all. I watched and all sorts, right? And I have a weird thing, right? If I see a dog being sick, I'll be sick, right? And if I see you being sick, I will be sick, right? I saw the thing come out, grimness, right?
Oh, the grimness,
right? And
your daughter.
Yeah, it's grim, honestly. And then at the end, Lee threw up. So then I threw up everywhere, right? Didn't I?
Yeah, it's pethidine. It makes me throw up.
Well, you made me throw up. And then
I did that twice.
Then I did ask the nurse if she could put a couple of extra stitches in, didn't I?
Seriously.
Yeah, I did. Did I not? I think I did.
Oh dear, Dilly from Harve and Ali in Northern Ireland.
Oh. See, I can do a little bit of a Northern Ireland. It's not racist for me to do this, is it? See, I'm not allowed to. Oh my God, what am I? I'm not allowed to go like this, you know, my friend, because that's racist, I think. Well, it's not. But I can do a Scottish.
Oh, it's Stotey.
I can't do a New Zealand.
No, is he not Scottish?
Stotey McGrotty. I don't think so.
No.
You know, are you going?
Karen asked, and I said I wasn't
sure. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Oh, my eyes are watering.
But Northern Ireland always reminds me of your man on Coronation Street when we used to watch shit TV. Fucking tell you now. Come here, you fucking terrorist. You're a fucker.
Oh, Jim.
Jim McDonald.
Jim McDonald.
I'll fucking have you killed.
Bring the Hobgoblin to Leighton Buzzard.
I love Hobgoblin. But I do like that.
You're definitely not normal.
They're talking about you, aren't they? Not me.
I take that as a compliment.
Absolutely. It's quite funny because when we moved on a bit, all our friends just thought we was mad. And we get, I think some of the descriptions we're a bit off the wall, and the polite ones say we're bohemian. Heinous. Oh, sorry. There's another one for you. There's so many words you can burp, honestly. It's all too much. Bye.
Tell everyone about your bike shenanigans in Spain, the funny stories.
Lee got a dirt bike in the Fanuca, didn't you?
Yes. Well, I did ride in Spain only 4 days after passing my test. And I did drive up a fence. And then me and the bike landed in the foliage.
And you went down like a 3-foot hill and then fell off. It wasn't. It was a little slow.
It was like the Cresta Run.
The funny thing is, that's where we started. No, we started on the proper enduro bikes. They were 450 competition enduro bikes. And I thought, oh my God, she's going to kill herself.
And I think I just slid on the seat and went, I think I'm going to die.
She only fell off in the water and in the hedges and a few things, nothing serious. But it's when she got on the little ones, which were little Honda 230s. And they were like trail bikes rather than enduro bikes. They're just nice little potter about things.
Yeah, I like to.
I mean, they wouldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. But she got one of them in the Fanuca. Because she had a throttle moment.
I drove up a fence and the bike landed on top of me.
And I was really angry because I said, don't have a throttle moment. Because I used to teach people how to do trail riding and enduro. And the biggest mistake we always found was when people are scared or they're going to have a moment, they think they're going to crash, they instantly tighten their grip and open the throttle. And it's an action of, because you're gripping, obviously you're going forward and you do that. And of course the bike just runs away
It
from
used to scare the producers out of me every time I went on it.
No, you just let go of everything. You bail.
Oh, God. I did fall off when I went down that hill.
I know, that was just pathetic though. I'm going to have to try and dig. I'll tell you what, I will promise you, I will try and dig out that video and a couple of them shots and put one of those in a vlog in the future. Because it was hilarious. Because she was sat up the top of the, I swear to you, the hill, it can't have been higher than 5 foot. Honestly, it wasn't. Honestly, it can't have been. And we got older Devon Andy, haven't we? Oh, my lovely. He was one of our tutors. He was kind of...
Arsticle.
Yeah, that's where some of the words...
Arsticle.
And he was trying to encourage her to go down this hill, and I was sitting there getting bored, saying, for sake, get on with it.
Hurry up, woman.
Right, hurry up, bloody hell. And then she went down it, and she got down the hill all right, but then she just, I think she pulled the clutch in.
So she was... I slammed on the brakes and then I went over the handlebars.
Yeah, you'd be gone bloody 200 yards. So she obviously pulled the clutch in to roll down the hill. So obviously then, and the rest
I didn't have the engine running.
Well, yeah, but you still had the cluch in. No, you did have the engine running.
No, I didn't.
Well, then you should
No,
use
because he said turn off the engine and then we'll do it like that.
That was bad instruction. Because he should have kept the engine, because then if she'd let it off, it should have gone down it slowly in first.
So I slammed my brake in, pulled my brake in, and then went over the handle.
But 100 yards later, she went flying. I thought, what on earth was that? But obviously, I laughed.
But I was laughing.
It was funny, yeah.
Because the handlebars went like that, and then I just went over the handlebars.
Happy days.
Happy days, yeah, it was fun. At least I survived. I didn't die, I only nearly died. Steve's Repair says, thanks for the bonkersness. It's okay.
Thanks for the what?
Bonkersness. Good Welsh accent, Paul.
Oh my God, he's in it. Oh no. I love my bumblebee. I've got a gorilla too, you know. It's absolutely fabulous.
Lee and Paul are not normal. Yeah, we're not. Thanks.
Bloody hell, no.
That's a compliment.
Or is it Gaffy Gweld? No.
Oh, Steve Hall's back again. Oh, did you? He obviously went.
Sakana Goki Horan Mawa. Does anyone speak Welsh?
Stop it.
What?
Well, because somebody might understand you.
Well, that's all right. It's not that bad. It's not like Fita, is it? If you can work it out, Sakana Goki Horan Mawa. You could kind of work it out.
How are the alcohol levels?
I'm low actually at the moment. She's had a full wine. And these aren't small glasses. How much does this hold?
I don't
About
know.
3/4 of a pint, I think this holds. So she's out, but she's had one of these already, plus that. Now these gin ones, these do actually hold a pint. So I've had a pint of gin.
Yeah, these are 600ml glasses.
Yeah. So so that's what she's had. I've only had that and one beer or two.
Oh, Steve's been in and out. Oh, Steve's in Wales.
Oh my God. How's your car then? Is it a 2 litre? Does it go fast, is it? Oh my God. I'm terrible. Oh yeah, he said the guy I was in a band with, he was Welsh and absolutely hilarious fella. But his dad, we go to Llanelli, see? And Bury Port. But his dad, we go to Llanelli, see? And Bury Port. And he'd take us out. His dad take us out, and we go to all the working men's clubs. And his dad would always be telling you he was the most funny bloke in the world, honestly. And he was Welsher than Welsh. And
he said, "They don't say, is it? Is it?"
Yeah, he used to say, "I don't say, is it?" And he said, "Is it?" after every bloody sentence.
No, we don't say, "Is it?"
Would you like to hear a joke? Is it? Yeah. Okay then.
Is it?
Well, there was this bloke. Is it?
Oh.
And he went to the bar. Is it? Isn't it? I have an absolute love for the Welsh. I think they are absolutely wonderful people.
And then he'd start to tell you a story, and then you'd be listening and think, "Oh yeah," and then it was a joke, and he'd get you every time, and you think you're a bugger, you know. Hector's obviously bored.
He's had enough. He wants to actually see now, doesn't he?
6 out of 10 for the Welsh accent.
Oh, I don't think that's that bad, is it? I've been over the Pontysilta. And here we go then. Llanfair Pwll Gwyngyll, go get it with Robos, Llantysilio, go, 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 isn't it? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Shadwell.
What was that? A Newcastle Welshman.
Was it? Why, man, my name's Derek. Now drink gay Stella.
Hector, sod this, I'm off to bed. What's the matter, Hector?
They might have to get the extension lead because we're running out of batteries.
Oh no!
I will do that because I think there's something weird going on. I'll just.
Oh no! Quick!
Oh, it's got a few minutes.
It said 2 minutes ago, so we missed it.
Well, you should have been concentrating, Lee Lawson.
I'm
just hold that.
I'm not head of technology. You're head of
bloody screen. Because the camera sucks the batteries.
If you come late and buzzard, then I will need to go to Majestic Wine Store to keep you happy.
I don't drink wine anymore, do
Steve said he's been there to Llanfair PG.
Clever.
I learned to say that when we were in Wales last year, but I can't say it anymore. I have to think about it.
There we go. We've got power.
Oh, we have.
It's all right. We're all right for another 6 hours.
Sounds like Ivor the Engine. Oh yeah.
Ivor the Engine.
Well, we're not talking about children's programs the other time.
And what would you like to drink, darling?
I'm all right, thank you.
What do you lot want to drink?
Gin.
I'm going to have a gin and a beer.
Another beer?
Yeah.
Don't leave. We're unstable. Oh no. I don't know. I assume we're still here. Oh, your connection is unstable. Huh? Oh, the internet just went slow, I've been told by head of technology down the back end. Oh no, I've been left. I don't know what to say now. Oh dear. Do you want a goldfish with those gins? Yeah. Oh, I miss my fish. I had fish when we lived in a house. I had tropical fish. And I used to enjoy sorting them out. Oh, hello, Hector. How are you there, fella? Is there somebody else there? Oh, God, now he's going for a wee. How very dare him. You can buy a rail platform ticket that's about a foot long. Excellent. I'll have a what? Steve wants hobgoblin gold, please. Okay. I think I've got one left. Are you on the boat for Christmas? Yep. Yes, we are. Yeah, we go to my family. My sisters we're going to on the 19th of December. When my mum moved to Norfolk, I suggested that we kind of got together before Christmas or just after. And then, because we used to go to my mum's for breakfast, Paul's mum's for dinner, then be home like Billy No Mates in the evening after rushing around like a loony, visiting everyone. So when mum moved to Norfolk, it wasn't practical to go to her for breakfast, Paul's mum's for dinner. So we kind of got together before Christmas. And so we've still been doing that since she moved up there in 2009. So, yeah, so that's nice. So we're getting together on the 19th. So that'll be my mum, my sister, my son, my daughter, all the other halves, grandchildren, whatever. So there's about 15 of us. So, yeah, we're bringing food and, so it's not just down to one person. So, yeah, so that's normally a bit mental, but, nice to get together.
Again, weren't we?
The walk-in centre. Well, yeah, last year.
Happened last year.
Naughty.
I know.
It's a secret. Well, that wasn't a very good secret because
Steve.
One of the ladies here, we invited a couple of the ladies here that are on their own because I said I'm not having anybody on their own for Christmas Day. So we invited the 3 ladies that are on their own and they came here for Christmas dinner. So
I loved it. I was around.
But it wasn't a secret because one of the ladies was so elated that she'd been invited that she told the marina manager because she said to me, "Oh, she's so excited that she's coming to you for Christmas Day." And I was like, "Oh, seriously?"
I think we'll probably try and do the same thing again. Yeah. So I think we will have a word with Sue. Sue's on what's her about Swallowdale across from us. You've probably seen her, the one with the big Alsatian, and we'll get her to talk to Chrissy. and see if we can arrange that again, because I don't like seeing people on their own over Christmas. Our families are all fine, you know. Emma and Daniel, our daughter, you know, they need their own Christmases now. They don't want us old buggers.
Well, yeah, that's it. Once Luke had children,
Yeah.
and then I said to him, look, I don't expect you to come to us Christmas Day because we'd, you know, they rushed around for 20 years.
To have
you
us
know.
there. They don't need,
So,
you know,
no.
I don't want them to feel that pressure.
You know, excuse me? Hello?
Hector's feeling left out.
And, yeah, so once he'd got his little boy, we just said, look, we don't expect to see you Christmas Day. You do your own thing, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously, because
kids should be in their own house.
And then I said the same to Emma this year, you know, so because she said about us going there. But I said, no. I said, if you want to, I said, don't feel you have to invite us, you know, thinking that we'll be on our own. You know, I said, we'll be quite happy, you know. And
we like doing care in the community. It is nice. This is the other thing I do have to say that I absolutely love about the boating community, especially the community we seem to have here at Gate and Marina, is I know a lot of you lot who watch our vlogs are all of the same kind of thinking. It's the same here. There's no stress about anything here. Everyone's comfortable. They're open. If I take the dog for a walk, I know that I can have an hour's chat if I want to. So if I'm lonely on here and I just want to go and have a chat, I'll just take Hector for a walk. And I'll end up talking to 3 or 4 lots of people. And we all not ignored, but during those lockdowns, we tried to carry on as much as normal as we can. And we made sure our doors were open for anyone who felt they needed it to be open. It was the same with Sue. I'd go over to Sue. I went over to Sue's boat on my own a couple of times just for a cup of coffee and just to chat, just to, you know, get some of this frustration out. And that was massive for us at that time. And
what are you doing?
I think on Christmas Day last year, we had, I don't know, 20 or so of us having sausage sandwiches out here on the green and shots at the same time. Then New Year's Eve, we had a big party. And I just want to do the same again and make sure that people can feel they've got somewhere to come and have a bit of a laugh with. And I don't want anyone on there. Same for us. We need the company. And this is kind of the thing with this group. It's almost like you give us the company. I know that sounds weird and odd, but yeah, you give a social company. And that's what I think is probably one of the most important. And that's one of the things that attracted us to narrowboating in the first place, was it was like stepping back 40 or 50 years. Because we were living in Luton. And when we first moved into the house in Rollfield, it was lovely. It was a nice little community. And everyone would say good morning to you and all that stuff. But as time went on, it stopped being that. And if you said hello to people, they looked at you like you're a weirdo.
There was literally 2
yes,
people.
we are weirdos.
You know, there was a fella down the road who used to pass every day to get his paper. He would always say hello. And then the other old boy, he would always say hello, how's the children, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and then our next door neighbours. That's all
I just think people,
to, really.
I think a lot of people lost their sense of community.
What are you doing?
He's after something. He wants his dinosaur.
He wants his children thing.
He's a funny house dude. It's never forced. But it's just something we did want to try before we're too old. Because if we did it when we're, say, 70 or 65,
because we said about maybe moving, you know, retiring
that's
to it in, you know, in years to come or whatever. And so Hector just burped.
I don't regret for 1 second moving aboard a Narrowboat. In fact, because of everything that's happened in the last few years, or the last couple of years, I think it's a blessing. I think it was karma. I think it was something that was meant to be for us, just for the type of people we are. So, and I think all this that's going on at the moment, all us having a laugh with you tonight and doing all the YouTube channels and all the other weird stuff we're doing, is because of that. It was meant to happen for me, and I'm glad it did. So I could still be sitting in my house playing with me organ, my real organ, not my willy. So I could still be sitting in my house playing with me organ, my real organ, not my willy, on my own, making music and stuff, and being kind of secluded from things. I was in my own little world. Now I'm not. I mean, for me, this feels like a bigger world. Strangely enough.
So Christmas Day must be a total blast on NB, Hannah. We did have a laugh. It was lovely. So it was so nice that we had chicken and beef, didn't we? I just did a roast dinner.
And to be fair, I probably lasted 2 hours behaving myself. I think I did.
You did, yeah. You and 4 ladies.
It's all too much, I say. I didn't even burp speak.
No, you're on your bestest.
I was quite well behaved. I even vaped out of the window, didn't I? I got this vape at the moment. One last one. I make my own mixtures. And the one I just had, you've never seen so much smoke in all your life. Well, it's not smoke, it's steam and weirdness. But my God, I could fill the boat in 10 minutes. That is awesome. Shall I try?
No.
I do like it though. There's not even any nicotine in this one.
Chocky Sprinkles is excited for New Year's Eve this year. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, because you're going to be here again.
We got a new fire pit
Oh, yeah.
that we're not really allowed to light.
We got one like
You might
Derek
like
and Lisa,
yourself.
even though they lost a bit.
Yeah.
Did they drop a bit in there?
Well, we've got two,
Canal
haven't we
or
now?
something.
So I reckon with enough of a fear. There'll probably be 4 fire pits out here, so we're warm enough. We might even have a gazebo as well, because we can talk about that as well. Rhododendron. Put it in the bag haddock.
Says we've lost pubs. Used to have all sorts socialising. Now it's a
Very
lot more
true.
divided. Yes. Yeah, because we haven't been to the pub since July last year.
We used to go every Thursday, didn't we? Used to love going there Thursday. There's a guy down there called Michael, and he's just as stupid as I am. And we used to get on like the house on fire, didn't we? We were
I don't
really
think
quite
he's there
naughty.
anymore.
No, nor do I. And once all signing in nonsense started, well then, yeah, I'm not doing any of that. I can't be part of that. So, but like I say, we kind of made our own little thing. We all have a drink together here when, sometimes things just happen, don't they? And we have some brilliant days. And those are always the best days, the ones that aren't planned.
Not planned. And
And anyone's welcome aboard, Hannah, honestly. If any of you guys are ever in the area, and I'm not just saying this, if you're ever in the area, you've got our email addresses and you can get hold of us. If you fancy coming over and just having a drink, well, just come. Honestly. Honest to God. We like the company.
Yeah, we do. 2 hours good behaviour is unheard of, Paul.
I was really good, honestly. I honest to God was. See, when I'm around people I know I have to behave myself because I can't start saying rude things with Chrissy. How old's Chrissy?
I don't know. She's got to be
107?
late 70s, early
Yeah,
80s.
I
I don't know,
think
really.
she's quite old. And I just think, for me, messing around like that probably be a bit disrespectful. I can be a good boy, to be honest with you. With Sue, I try and behave with Sue, but she sees straight through me. He says, "Why are you behaving? Because I'm here." And then she just says, "You make me feel like I'm old." So I said, "Oh well, come here and suck this." No, I don't say that honestly. I couldn't help it. That's a devil in me, Lee. It's a hobgoblin.
Can you do a half-hour live on Christmas Day or Boxing Day?
You know what? That's not actually a bad suggestion. If we could get everyone to join in, we could have a little carol service, can't we? I can get me organ out. Don't often get me organ out
I'm
on
a
Christmas Day.
fantastic singer in the car on my own.
I'm sure because we've now live stream sort of sussed, and if there's people who would really want to have a bit of a laugh, then we will try and sort something over Christmas time.
Yeah,
Do
because
some
last
sort of
year we
special.
had sausage sandwiches on the green, didn't we? Christmas Day. Then we had a quiz Boxing Day with the people here. Then we had
Zoom
the New
quiz.
Year's Eve thing. So yeah, because we put an invite round to every boat, didn't we? That was here. So and yeah, lots of people came. So
we were shocked how many turned up on New Year's Eve. I tell you.
Yeah.
We thought it was just going to be like 5 or 6 of us now. It's the old bloody marina. Fabulous, fabulous times.
Do you go to the Walnut Inn? No, we've never been.
It's too posh for us, isn't it? If they charge over £4.50 a pint, I ain't going in there.
Ooh, yes. People around here call that the hotel.
Yeah.
So, because people talk about the hotel and you think, what they're talking about, and it's the Walnut Tree. So,
The thing is, that's the nearest to us, to be honest with you. We could stagger home from there easily. But, nah, to be honest
the
with you.
Greyhound is that way, but then the Greyhound, even though it's named after a dog, they don't allow dogs. So.
And that's up its own backside as well. So, I don't know.
Are you whining, Hector?
It's because he's not getting attention. Hector's getting upset because he's not being
Unplanned
cuddled.
get-togethers can be the best. Yes,
Without
definitely.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
So, well, yeah, we had a good laugh the other week with Chocky Sprinkles, didn't we?
We always have a
She
laugh at
came
chocolate
back.
sprinkles.
And then,
And
oh
as a
no,
glass.
she's fussy. You're fussy, woman. I said, oh, would you like to stay for dinner? What have you got? Pork, chops, and jack and potatoes. Oh, I don't like pork chops.
So what did she have? Pork sausages.
And your beans weren't allowed to touch the potatoes.
We can have curry night with Andrea. Andrea can cook.
Oh, Karen said, Google Maps, Gate and Marina.
Oh, I'd love to see you down there. You do know we're
Karaoke. Ooh.
you do know we're going to be stowaways on your little cruise on the Caledonian Canal, don't you? Hint, hint.
Paul with his
Bloody
organ
joking.
out on Christmas Day is all too much, I say.
I have to get my big lens out.
Walnut is only a 15-minute walk. Yes, I know.
I'm not even sure it's that. We could paddle there, Lee.
We could.
I'll tell you what, that'd be cool. We could have a kayak party. So we go out on a kayak and paddleboard, because Dave's definitely going to get one, but he's decided to wait till after winter. So we could have 3 or 4 of us on kayaks, full of beer and picnics and shit.
Kayak. I'm just going to go and let the dog out.
And he's only just been out.
Well, I'm just going to see what he's doing.
And then, well, I don't even know what. I think that'd just end up in chaos. You know, now I've got to try and look at the computer and see what everyone's saying. The bull's head. Don't allow balls in either. Wayne, you weirdo. So I'm just trying to look at the comments now because I can't read like Lee can. Oh, something happened then. Hector's now outside going mental at something. I don't know what he's going mental at. So anyway, I suppose, has anyone got any more questions? Anything they want to know? How many of you got canal boats? Anyway, I don't know how many of you lot have actually got boats. Here we go. Which pub in Blisworth? Are you talking about the Royal Oak, Steve? Because that's where we used to drink. And when we first come here, it was a bit kind of weird. And then it got taken over. I think then Michael was working there. And it used to be a blast. I would say we used to go every Thursday night. Used to have such a laugh there. And then it got taken over again during that lockdown. And they wanted to have your name and address and everything. And we didn't want to do that. But apparently they actually did. There was a few problems there at that point. I think with some youngsters and drugs and stuff. And they got rid of that. They did sort that out as a fair play. And it's been sold again. So we don't really know what the situation is with that at all. Is there any other pub in Blisworth? I don't think there is there? It's just the Royal Oak, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, where else did we used to? We used to go to Stoke Bruin, didn't we? We used to go to the
Navigation.
The Navigation. That was all right for a cheap meal and cheap beer, but the food weren't great. But it was all right. I mean, you get a decent food for a tenner. You know what I mean? And then the shipping, which is that's the ship, the boat. I know it's something to do with boats. Actually, by the locks in Stoke Bruin. That's a nice enough pub. But I remember we went there one day with Ronnie. It was so expensive. We thought no, and then other people said, "Well, it's not expensive." So I don't know whether it was ripped off or not. So we haven't really we've been in there once since that, haven't we?
The bull's head doesn't allow bulls either. Because I said about the greyhound. Used to be a nice pub in Blisworth. Oh yeah.
Karen Keenan was on my bucket list to retire onto a narrowboat, but Colin's health dictates otherwise. We'd love to buy a cruiser there in a year or so. I'll tell you what.
Do it.
If you're not going to move on to a boat, I would say a cruiser is probably your best thing, really, because you do get more freedom with that. You can, for one, you can turn around a lot bloody easier than an narrowboat. It's obviously cheaper to run. I mean, when we had Spindrift, Spindrift was a Freeman 22, so it's only 22 foot. It had for the water, we had to use to pump our feet to get the water out. Cold water, no hot water, and you know what? It was brilliant, and the kids had a blast on there, didn't they? Because our kids were tiny.
We had a 2-ring cooker and a grill. Yeah, that's all we had.
And a poo step. So yeah, I used to love Spindrift. She's a lovely little boat. If
there's one here.
There is.
22, so we look at it.
It's a different year, isn't it? But yeah, if we were forced to move off the narrowboat for some reason, I still think we'd have a boat of some sort, even if it was even if it was a yogurt pot. We like the water, don't we? But I tell you what, seriously now, the kayak has been a whole different experience, because I've always been on the water, to be fair. But there's something about paddling along on a kayak where all you can hear is your paddle in the water. It's really quite cool. And because you've got a little bit of room there, you can carry a few tinnies. You can have your iPod and some headphones on. You can have a real proper chilling all by yourself. It's really, really nice. People look at me like I'm a nutter when I'm singing as I'm going along and drinking cider. No, I absolutely love it. You love your paddleboard, don't you?
I do.
Ain't she done well on her paddleboard, everyone? She has, hasn't she? I tell you what, I'd be straight in the drink. I'm so disappointed we ain't got her on camera on her arse yet. To be fair.
Oh, if that tiny little boat across the bridge ever goes up for sale, drop us a line. Still
Which
at work,
one,
so not able to. Rosie Lee, I'm
Rosie
assuming. Lee. Yeah. Yeah, bless Rosie Lee. Nobody ever seems to come to her. We've only ever seen people there a couple of times.
There's two people there. There's that blonde woman with massive jelly wobblers. Well, I'm not saying I don't like them. You can have a cheeky tickle with them, but, you know, it's not my preferred jelly wobblers. Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just looking. Eau Claire's by the sea. Oh, excellent. Lovely. The boat in at Stoke Bruin is my favourite, says Alan.
Yes, I think we didn't probably give it a fair chance, to be honest.
Oh, Steve, they sold their boat just over 12 months ago.
Oh, blimey.
So not too
We
long
prefer the Hannah Arms, by the way. Or the Hannah Anus. Oh, that come through my nose then.
Oh, a beer you need to try is J Purr from Thornbridge in Bakewell.
J Purr. Oh, I thought that was an Indian restaurant, the J Purr.
That's the J Raj in Luton.
No.
It is 5.9% hop monster IPA, an absolute wonderful beer.
I'd like to try that. Lee, you have to make a note of that for me.
Gosh,
Where do we get it from?
Is it 4? Yeah. I'll just screen grab that bit and just...
Dave saying he's just
no,
had
that didn't happen.
two tins of mackerel in tomato sauce straight out of the tin. Like a proper Geordie, Herbert. This message is for the gnome director. That's great. You know that's disgusting. Mackerel is like the devil's vagina. Oh.
Think a cruiser would suit us fine. Been used to a caravans and now a camper van. Yeah, our little cruiser was like a caravan on the water, where the dinette sort of folded down to a not quite a double bed because it kind of had a funny angle. And then the kids used to sleep in the pointy end.
We got some cracking photos of them.
Yeah,
little urchins,
like the 2-ring cooker and a grill. So dinners were interested if we were there for more than a day.
Lee, I've just had a thought.
Oh,
right, Lee needs a new car now, right? Because hers is making some weird noise. Obviously, we have to sort that out. My car's all right for me, it's a little thing, but she obviously needs something. I reckon, right, we could all persuade Lee to get a camper van, and then she could do a hairdressing in a camper van. Don't you reckon that?
A camper van.
Yeah, but then we can go on the road as well, and you can go cut people's hair, and then if we do continuous cruising, you can just bring the camper van along. All right, we'll sell my Mini Cooper S, which is a right to bumper cut car, and then you can be doing it out there instead of invading in my privacy in my boat.
Well, we did kind of say, like a mobile dog wash, I need like a mobile hairdresser, so I could just rock up in my van, and because I like vans because I'm weird, and have everything in the van, and
the weird thing is,
then we were worried about getting my little old dears in the van. We need a tail lift.
In reality, Lee would do better because she has all her stock and stuff. She would probably be better off not having a car and actually having a small van. But for me, van cries out there's something in it. And the second thing, vans are more expensive to insure.
Yeah, because they think
even if it's like a car that's a van, if you know what I mean. If you talk about a Fiesta or something like that, you get a Fiesta van, it's more expensive to insure than the Fiesta. But it's the same thing, just without windows. So I don't understand. Shall I tell you what else I don't understand, Lee?
What?
Mandarin.
Weirdo. Oh, Karen's got a kayak. Love it.
Karen, come down here, whatever's up with you.
It might take her a while.
Well, you know what, Karen? I reckon in summer, right? You and your
we'll
your
start
fella,
here. We'll meet you.
You should, if you got a caravan, you should come down. Honestly, you come down.
Our friends camped on the green, which probably isn't allowed. But
honestly, you'd be more than welcome to come down. We'll find somewhere for your caravan. Don't you worry about that. Then you got somewhere to sleep. Well, you can sleep one here anyway if you want. Although you got the dog, it'd be difficult. Hector would just be trying to shag the dogs all the time.
What's
So
that, Hectoria?
I reckon something could be worked out there, Karen. Especially if you let us come aboard your boat on the Caledonian Canal. I am joking. Am I? Liv, we've been on for an hour and a half.
Oh, God, have we?
Holy moly. I've still
I'm
got my
waiting for
ginger drink.
everyone who's driven the boat prices up to realise they can't cope with dealing with poo, water conservation and electric restrictions to sell up next year before return to boat life. Yeah, exactly. I know people think
The
it's
prices of boats have gone up so much.
they think it's easy, don't they? And you know that you don't have to do this and you don't have to deal with that. But
We could sell Hannah for a lot more than we pay for her. Obviously, we've done a lot of stuff to it, but we could easily sell her for, I think, double what we pay for, or close to double what we pay for. That's what I'm seeing. There's some boats going that I've seen for 50k that are shit heaps, to be fair.
well, when we bought this, didn't we? We looked at a few similar money.
Oh,
And
some are very
them were
IKEA
awful.
inside.
Yeah,
aren't
they were just so
Oh.
bland and nothing. And this Hannah, we didn't actually go to look at Hannah.
No.
But the guy said, "Oh, this one has literally come on the market like yesterday or whatever." And we were like, "Oh well, we might as well, as we're in the area, we might as well look at it." And then we just loved the feel about it, and it was older than you wanted.
I wanted an old engine, but I didn't want to. I wasn't bothered about an old boat. I wanted something very simple. I wanted an old dutty type engine that smoked a bit and was easy to work on. So, I mean, I'd heard about Lister and stuff. I didn't know that much about narrowboats at the time, but I knew Lister engines were nice. I know they're a bit. If you're a greenie, then you won't like a Lister engine, but I do. So yeah, that because it had the right kind of engine. It needed work, but it was nothing. It was cosmetic rather than anything too bad. We knew it had a good old British steel hull, and it has got a fantastic hull, to be fair. It kind of just ticked all the boxes. We looked at stuff that was, I mean, this was well under budget for what we had. Well, we had a certain budget, but we could have probably paid another 10, 15 grand, couldn't we? And we looked at a couple of boats in that range, and they just didn't fit. It was just something not for us. So we bought this, and then we invested the rest of the money pretty much in this, and that's how we've done the bathroom and all that sort of stuff. So there's still a boat is a never-ending project, isn't it? Yeah, but I suppose you could say the same about a house. If you have a living room for 10 years, I mean, well, we want to change it after 10 years, surely. So with a boat, you probably want to change it every 2 or 3 years. So we still want to do all this work on it and make it a little bit brighter in it. But it's difficult when you live on a boat because you have to try and we can't just move all the shit into another room because we haven't got another room.
I've got another room.
So we have to try.
Stop whining.
He wants to come up and see you.
Yeah.
He wants to come and say hello to Nell again.
I saw about the Japer beer. Oh, there it is. The Japer, Asda or Tesco, they come as a pack of 4-pack of 3 30ml cans. He doesn't drink less than
that's like
440.
It's one like it's a goal. I am a bugger. I try and always get 500 mils.
He likes more beer for his buck.
That's the thing. I look at the price per litre and I hate that per litre. It should be per gallon.
Oh, Stephen Turner says, "Hi, you're going to do a live Christmas Day or New Year's Eve?" Well, we've just spoken about that, so we're just going to see. We're going to do something. Yes. So watch this space.
We really want to try.
Have you got a campsite, or will we pike it in the car park? Yeah, there is an official campsite next door,
but I think it's only caravan.
It's part of the marina.
But you can camp on the green. Don't worry about it.
We'll have to buy like a camel.
Hypnol. A camel toe?
No, a camo net, and we'll put it over there.
A camo toe.
When our friends stayed here, we thought, nobody will notice. They bought a bloody big fucking blue tent. It's like, seriously, it was like big and blue. Yeah, we'll have to get a camo net and kind of, put it over and. Yeah, it's fine.
That was a good weekend, actually.
It was. Oh, where did I?
I'll tell you what, Jack and Danny are lovely, aren't they? I'm not allowed to say Jack and Danny. It's Jack and Cheryl, isn't it? But Jack and Danny sounds better, doesn't
it? She just clipped off her fringe.
Who did?
Stop it! Step away from the clippers.
Who's the difference?
Andrea.
Andrea, I'll cut your hair for you.
Oh, they've just had their boat valued. Our boat has doubled in price. Well done. Well, yeah,
See,
you have
that's
done a
mental,
lot,
isn't it?
and then you've done a
Yeah, you've done a lot of
fantastic
work
job.
to it. And
It's an
your boat,
amazing job. It
your
looks
boat,
lovely.
Your boat is beautiful now, and well deserved, to be fair. But you got that for a good price at the start. That's what I'm trying to say. Because of everything that's been going on, and people are now going to have to holiday more in the UK, which I don't think is a bad thing.
No.
And then all the prices have gone up. So all us that bought our boats 10 years ago, or well, even in the last couple of years, will do okay if we sold them now. But then what would we buy? Because if that's the thing, this is the thing I always said about the housing market. You know, okay, my house has gone up by 50% since I bought it. Yeah, if you move out,
Yeah,
but you're going to pay 50% more. So it's a never-ending thing.
That's it.
So who knows?
Indeed.
I reckon we
Steve
should.
said, sounds a bit like me, smokes a lot, but easy to work on.
Well, hey, I say.
Excellent. I'm up for Curry's afloat night.
See, I think it's a good idea. I just think everyone should just come here for a party. We can have a street food party. Everyone can cook something weird. We can have the old Welsh boys cooking some cheese on toast. Welsh bit. We can have Andrea cooking curry. Oh, we've got lots of Australians here, haven't we? We can have some kangaroo. What's the national dish of Australia? That's a serious question, actually, because obviously in the UK people see it as fish and chips. America, obviously, the hamburger. France, ridiculous food, frog's legs. But what about Australia?
Australian legs.
And New Zealand, apart from lamb? That's a serious question, by the way. So if I went to New Zealand, what would you recommend me to eat? Or if I went to Australia, what do you recommend me to eat? What is your national dish?
Well, and Karen said, I do wonder if Nell met Hector in real life. Would she realise it was him?
I bet she would.
Yeah. She was laughing at the camel net.
The what? The camel net?
Camel net. You can camo as much as you like, but folk will still hear you. How rude. Are you saying I'm loud?
Obviously not, darling.
Where did Hector go? He's down there whining. Oh, I don't know where he is. Hector!
Hectorio Araldo and his mighty penis of doom. Hectorio Araldo and his mighty penis of doom.
Come here.
Here he is. Hello, baby dog. You already there then?
Get your head out of the way.
He's just been eating his dinner.
Oh, nice.
He's going to lick you now.
Oh, Derek's just found a calorifier in the bow. They didn't know they had.
Well,
I could bring my colourful vegetables, Paul. That was Karen. Yes, Paul likes vegetables.
I like the ones with Tourette's.
What? Vegetables with Tourette's?
Yeah, the Tourette's programs are awesome, aren't they? That's really cruel, isn't it? But they are awesome. I think I've got Tourette's.
Can we do more with your knitting?
Now,
Well,
shall I I don't know how many people are left on here. Karen, you saw me do a little thing. And so I don't know whether everyone's here that was on Patreon.
sorry, I'm just reading other things.
You saw that thing. I posted a little teaser on there. And that's a little project because I'll ask Lee a question now. Let's just see what she says. Right. Lee, what am I actually good at? Not silly things. What am I actually good at?
Drawing pictures and colouring them in. Photography.
Drawing pictures and...
Colouring them in. Graphic design. Photography. Videography.
Right, well, that's enough, right? Now,
Hoovering.
yeah, I'm not bad at that. But it was something that both Karen and Donna Smith put on her Patreon site that got me to thinking, because they were talking about the podcasts. And I said, well, I'm struggling a little bit because I don't know which way to go with it. And because we could do this kind of thing as a podcast, and it might not work. Some people, this is St. Donna said, say some people seem to like my naughty boy side, and some, but she loves the creative side. And I thought, to be honest with you, probably, I mean, I can talk shit, like I say, for England, I can rant for England, but most people seem to like the creative side of stuff that I'm just talking about me now, not this Hannah the Narrowboat thing, but people that watch this. There's a lot of creatives who watch us. A lot of people who like their photography. So I thought, okay, maybe we'll do something like that. So with that in mind, what I'm launching is a new website. He doesn't even know anything about this, and it's going to be a new YouTube channel, and it's going to be all for the creative lot. So I'm going to be showing you how we create stuff, how we draw, how Lee knits, the creative thinking behind things. It's hard to explain on video. What I'm going to do is I shall put a link up on probably the next YouTube video, or the one after, probably on me and on Patreon, and try and explain what I'm talking about. But it's quite an exciting thing. Away from Hannah the Narrowboat, it's something for me, something for the creatives who follow us, because I know there's a few of you, and something to get Lee more into vlogging, because we did get some certain things with her cooking and knitting and weaving when she actually gets round to it. People seem to like that, so we're going to do a separate thing for that. So I'm not going to reveal the name. I'm not going to reveal the thinking about it tonight. But over the next few days, I will put up a post, probably on YouTube, on the YouTube community page, the MeWe group, and see what happens. We'll see what you think. I'll get your feedback, and then we'll see where we go from it. But I actually think it's quite exciting. Like I say, it's away from Hannah the Narrowboat. There's a lot of people who follow Hannah the Narrowboat stuff, me and Lee, that will actually enjoy what we're doing. We'll still be nutters, but it's just a different take on things. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm actually quite excited about it. And Lee doesn't know I spent all bloody day on it today. I've got all the branding's been done. The website's been made. The website's been made. The domain has been bought, and we're all ready to go. The YouTube channel's been set up.
Superbia.
So I'll reveal all after a few days. Once I know exactly what's going on. I know what's going on. Once I've got it set up properly, you'll see. And there is actually posts. There's actually blog posts up on the new site already. But like I say, I'm not saying nothing yet.
Hector.
But it's exciting, I say.
Take offside. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's visitors more. It's classed as visitors more in this side, but on
or secret mornings after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's it.
We get all our friends.
When the office is closed, and then they don't know yet.
Then they get electric.
Some people more on the other side, and then wiggle over this side for the evening, and then they go back on the other side for the morning, and then nobody
wiggle over for a beer or 3.
Indeed. And my fringe is stunning.
Is that Chucky Sprinkles again?
I hope you got your bits that you missed here. Lovely. You know, I was I was twitchy when, I could see your long bits here.
We'll put you on the spot, Andrea. As you're on here, Miss Chucky Sprinkles. Next live, you coming back on?
Yes, she will.
She has to. I'm waiting for the answer.
Stephen has a narrowboat at Shire Oaks.
Who does?
Stephen Turner has a narrowboat at Shire Oaks on the Chesterfield Canal. Splendid. You must have hurt Hector's feelings. Yeah, I don't know what's the matter with him. He's whining.
It's because he's not getting attention. As simple as that. He's such a not an attention seeker. He is very needy. But the thing is, he's a very loving dog, because he knows when I'm irritated. Because you all know I get a bit irritated and have these weird moments, and he's straight there. I promise you, he knows. He's the most fabulous thing that's happened. Isn't he, Lee?
Yes.
When Buddy died, God bless, I still miss Buddy so much. But he was sent. I'm absolutely definite he was sent. Derek will tell you what he is. Won't you, Derek? He's a little, but he's a lovable.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah. He's me as a dog.
They do say that dogs are like their owners, or owners are like their dogs. You're vicious. You're vicious. Yes, you are.
I can't see. Hector wants your seat. He does, because I pumped on it. He is a bugger for that, isn't he? But the thing is, right, we've sussed it out. We think we sussed it out today, didn't we? Because what he does, he knows if he sits in your seat when you come back, he'll go up on his back legs and do all this meerkat thing, and then you'll tickle his tummy. And he's worked out that if he sits on your seat, that's what's going to happen. Because obviously he did it to me for a few hours today, or on and off today. But then when Lee came home from work, he did exactly the same thing.
did.
He got to Lee's seat and sat in her seat, and then he's straight up like this, waiting for his tickle his tummy and his mighty penis of doom. Look, he sees there again. Right there, look, he's getting a proper look. Should we get the camera off? You're such a mighty hound, aren't you? That's all you want, isn't it?
He's going, yeah, bitch. Tickle me under the arms. He's looking up there going, no pictures, no pictures.
I think we've probably irritated everyone enough now, haven't we?
Probably.
Do you think it's time for sleepy night? Well, not. I'm not going to bed yet, but
Hector rules. He's a proper chav. Yeah, he is. He's a chav. Nell likes that angle.
you're a splendid Hector, aren't you? See him off. Good boy. Say bye. Say bye, Hector. Say bye. Say bye.
Oh, Hector, I touched your penis. I didn't mean it.